Looking at this car for almost 63,000 miles, you wouldn't even know. I was actually shocked to look down at the odometer. Some space, because we're going to be a race car. If you're new here, welcome. My name's Dave, and I like cars so much that I've owned 5 different cars in over 4 years. And on this channel, we talk all things related to my 2022 Audi S4, as well as some other cars. This Lariat is very nice. Let me pop the trunk. Oh, we actually just spun out the wheels there. If this is something that interests you, please consider subscribing. It's free, easy, it just takes one click. Now, on to the video, and I hope you enjoy. Today we're looking at a 2019 LEXUS RX450H hybrid. This is the Lexus hybrid of the past before they went to 4 cylinders, 3.5 liter V6 with 3 electric motors, 1 in the front, 2 in the rear to make Toyota's all-wheel drive system. So this is the base model with some options. There's Nicole. You can say hi to Nicole. It's got, I believe, let's see what we got here. Car just turned on. These are 20-inch wheels. They're part of additional packages. But yeah, painted this nice red, looks very sharp. I'm gonna be honest, I'm a big Lexus fan because of their designs. They got the spindle grille, and it's just a nice angular design. I feel like cars are going very bulbous and a little bit out there, but this just retains that nice Lexus profile. You got the nice Lexus swoosh LED headlights, parking sensors, nice white interior, leather seats, power tailgate. We do have some stuff in the back, so I apologize for that, but I'll be able to show you the seats. Good loading floor, nice amount of accessories. You can lower and raise and lower the seats. I'll show you that in a bit. A little slow tailgate. Let's do one more walk around before we get in the interior. It's a great size SUV. This does not have the 3rd row like some of the Lexuses did. The car gets really good fuel economy. I think it's about a 30 mpg average, about 31 something in the city, 28 in the highway. All right, let's check out that second seat. The seat has been adjusted for myself. Perforated seats back here. Plenty of space behind myself, about 5'10". Nice leather material, lots of skinned cows in here. Soft touch plastic up here. Nice wood. I love sitting back here, even when I'm not the driver. This leather is my favorite right here. It's just got some it's just nice quality to it, and that's really what I think differentiates Lexus from other car brands, is that they not only have well-built vehicles, but just very nice design touches. All right. It's a very steamy day out. I'm sweating. Say hi to Nicole.
Hello.
Car gets 31 in the city, 28 on the highway. Combined 30. Very fuel efficient for a car of this size. Yeah, 3.5 liter, 308 horsepower, V6, paired to a CVT hybrid system. And this comes with the Lexus safety system, not as refined as it is these days, but this is a pretty, last generation car. What else we got over here? Got some heated ventilated seats. I got mine blasting. Lots of switch gear, a CD player, because that's how old school cool Lexus is. Nice big glove box. Hey, I'll pop that in there, thank you. Yeah, lots of physical controls, power, volume, tuning, physical climate controls. Bump that puppy up. Very nice place to be. Get myself situated. I mind putting in the nav when you get a chance. Controls over here, heated steering wheel, gas gauge, Again, that nice leather that I'm a big fan of. This light vanilla interior is just so nice. Soft touch plastics up here. Wood grain 3-level memories for the driver. It's a nice chunky Lexus steering wheel. Small. It's like a 2-inch display. And then you got your physical, which I know I'm a big fan of. These physical gauges in the center display. Controls for your adaptive cruise control over here. It's got blind spot monitoring. Dark, low res reverse camera, as Toyota Lexus typically has, but gets the job done. Plenty of visibility all around. Oh, nice, nice moonroof that I bonked myself with. Yeah, and then really like the shifter. It's kind of got a gated feel to it. At low speeds, that hybrid system is buttery smooth, combined with the V6. Can never really tell when it's on, so we'll actually use this puppy to show you the flow of power. I'm sure you guys will enjoy that. So we can talk about Lexus's infotainment. This is before they integrated touchscreens and before they had the touch mouse pad. They have this like kind of retro style mouse selector. It's a little bit wonky. I think we were supposed to go that way. That's it. You heard that engine come on, extremely smooth, virtually no shifting feel from that CVT, transitioning from the hybrid engine to said V6. Nice leather wrapped steering wheel. Controls, what do these controls do? We can just kind of have our energy monitor in the center, tire pressure monitor, power distribution, some driver attention warning, or just nothing. 27.4 mpg since refuel, so not quite those EPA numbers, but still very impressive for a car of this size. And it's got decent pickup for daily driving. Straight, thank you. You don't have to whisper. Secret agent Nick. So what else we got over here? Turn-by-turn navigation through the Lexus system in the center. Your infotainment and your driver assistance. Perfectly adequate for what you need. So yeah, going back to this selector, you definitely get used to it. It's not as intuitive as their newer touchpads combined with the touchscreen. I think that's a really good position for the screen. It's well integrated. It's definitely very visible. Nicole's nodding yes, she likes it.
Like the screen.
She's a big fan of this car. Yeah, I hear that engine come on quick, very smooth. Plenty of torque in town driving. Apologies for the chair in the back. So at the time of this filming, I am a big Lexus fan, and I'm a fan of their last generation products, especially their IS500 with the naturally aspirated V8, but also a big fan of this car. I think it's what really got me into Lexuses after being a passenger and now getting to drive it for a bit. I think it kind of goes back to Lexus's mission of they like to, and you know, as an engineer myself, they like to work through the problems for, you know, making innovations and making sure things work. Therefore, they're behind on the curve, but their cars are super refined, super well appointed, and just super high quality and reliable. So I'm a big fan of these last generation products, not a big fan of the newer ones that definitely are upgrading the tech, but you know, they're going to 4 cylinders, turbochargers, hybridization, which they definitely do well, but the smaller displacement turbo engines, jury's out on those.
Oh, right, and then the first left.
This car rides extremely well, hides its weight very well. Nice turn in. very smooth. We got drive modes over here. Eco twists to the left, normal, and sport. Changes the gauges. All right. Good test of the brakes, very smooth. We also got EV mode, traction control off. Let's see if we can run a little EV mode around here. Now we're in EV mode. Ooh, so silky smooth. Up, up, up. I believe if you go into the power, it will turn the engine on, but yeah, we are still running EV, guys. Oh man, Elon Musk would be proud. Oh, now we're in hybrid battery low, EV mode deactivated. So a nice little feature, not a full hybrid, or excuse me, not a full plug-in hybrid, but very, very smooth combination from electric and a nicer, higher displacement engine. And where are we going? So this car does not have Apple CarPlay, so we have to use our phones for navigation. Obviously, Lexus being behind the ball, they didn't integrate Apple CarPlay in this car until I believe 2020, so we missed it by a year. But if you're looking for a used car and you can survive without Apple CarPlay, get a 2019, otherwise get a 2020. We've been cruising along some stop and go traffic, and it really just makes me appreciate the refinement of Lexus's hybrid system, but also what is so fun. Nicole thinks everything I do is funny. We're cruising along in stop and go traffic. It really makes me appreciate the refinement of this hybrid car. I think Nicole's laughing at me because I'm fangirling over Lexus's, but truly, like, this is a car you could munch the miles in and get good fuel economy and carry the family. It just really transitions well between the two drivetrains without disrupting the driving experience. It rides very smooth, it's danced very well in suspension, and obviously it still keeps the air on when it shuts the engine off, unlike the start-stop systems you see in cars these days. So while we're sitting at the stoplight, I'll talk more about this touchpad system. Again, it's not the best integration. I think it kind of distracts you when you're like following where you're moving your hand and looking at the screen, because you want to make sure you're hitting the exact one. I feel like the best way to do it is like rest your arm and then put your middle finger and then like almost like point with it by feel. But it's obviously this screen is low res, as it is just an older Toyota product, and they their technology was behind, so you can see it's a little bit darker, but I'm sure the screen will outlast any screen from the rival competition. All right, where are we going? Straight?
Just straight for 3 miles.
Nice smooth pickup. Hear that V6 roaring around with that CVT where it just drags out the rev. As an enthusiast, that's probably the thing I don't really like the most, but again, very different car from what I like. But this car is a mile muncher, and I'm very comfortable. I got the ventilated seats on, I could have heated seats on, heated steering wheel, and just cruise on down. So as we're on these back roads, we're going around 40 to 50 miles, like, you can just hear the engine switching on and off. Like, give it a little power, engine turns on, and then get up over this hill and maybe let it cruise, gets into the charge range, engine shuts off. You can see it on the gauge over there. It's just very good at switching between the two modes, and I'll keep praising it, but I mean, this is what everyone knows Toyota does very well. Their hybrid refinement, and you know, it's translated over to Lexus luxury cars, giving you that ultimate experience. Nice passing power to get over. Very floaty. Thank you. Very floaty over that bump, but nothing to beat you up and stuff, even with these larger upgraded wheels. Now we're going to get onto the highway and do Nicole's favorite test, is the passing power test. Definitely some body roll as we're turning into it, as you can expect from a comfort-oriented larger SUV. But that battery and the hybrid system definitely improves the handling over a standard RX with just the normal engine. I can kind of feel it like as we're going through the turn. Give some space because we're going to be a race car. Very nice. Good sound for a hybrid. Not like those rattly Priuses. And it definitely kept pulling. I mean, we were up till like 60, 70 and it still kept pulling. So, I'm going to pass on to the highway because I actually didn't merge. I got all excited. Blind spot monitoring warning me that there's a jerk. Oh, wow. I'm pretty impressed. Very nice. Highway speeds, little noise, very little noise, very little road intrusion, wind noise, everything's bolted together, very nice. Those wheels definitely make the noise a little bit higher on terms of tire noise, but overall, very nice. As we said, good mile muncher. Put the miles in this car, almost 63,000 miles on the car. Even in normal mode, give it a little boost. And that torque from the hybrid engine definitely spools you right up and gets you up to speed to make the lane change. And then it just settles down and you're cruising along. Steering is light. Definitely do the one finger method. Driving it on the highway. See if we can get some adaptive cruise going. Does it keep you in the center? Oh, I got it. It does have adaptive cruise control. Yay, figured it out. Very similar to my car and probably Lexus's 10 years ago. It has the cruise control stalk, you can up and down increments. I don't believe it allows you to skip 5 increments if you really click it in. 5 mile per hour increments, but it'll do the 1 mile per hour increments up and down. And then you can cancel it, do all that. Very intuitive. I picked it up pretty quickly. I think it's just a much better system than, using all of these buttons on the steering wheel. So what do I think about the Lexus? Great luxury car. You can definitely pick one of these up. They hold their value pretty well, but you can pick up an older model year like this 2019. As long as you live without the CarPlay, you'll get a reliable, smooth, and decent pickup car for your daily driving needs. If you're not looking for something too sporty, too rowdy, versus those BMW and Audi Mercedes counterparts, this works great. The owner of this car loves it and definitely doesn't want to be in the left lane when these trucks are speeding by. Oh, there's another one. Jesus. And this is just New Jersey. I need to get over immediately. Oh my God. I mean, if I had, known we were bringing our race car to the highway, I'd have brought the Audi. But I'm cruising in comfort, people. Hope everyone enjoyed the video. Hope everyone enjoyed this high quality last generation Lexus product. Last generation not being a bad thing, just as they transition to a more modern turbo 4-cylinder hybrid all across the board, electrification, plug-in hybrid, etc. future. I think this is a good callback to some people who, might like the tried and true formula of Lexus. Everything in here is well appointed. You even got a clock in addition to your CD player, all the physical controls. Not the biggest fan of this little mouse nub thing. Haven't really figured out a name for it. But physical controls for all your comfort. Even an auto parking brake button, which is funny. I think that's what that is. It'll set the auto or parking brake when you park. I'm going to flip it on the highway and we're going to go crazy.